I really wanted to talk about this last night, forgot, so here we are today. Is there anything more? Tommy Lauren's been increasingly on my page. Is there anything more annoying than a liberal white woman? So this is, I guess, a 90-Day Fiance show where it ends with like marriage, and I can't believe it. I'm gonna just play it, but I won't give it away. What this woman leaves this guy at the altar for. I guess I just blew the surprise. Man, I suck at this. No. But what she leaves him at the altar for will blow your mind. Sara, 28, oncology nurse. She probably, you know what? She's like, I'm a nurse. I've got very high standards. And that's the problem with women is the standards are too high. I would say that's a problem with like any woman who's like, not any woman, but if you're single and you don't want to be single, try lowering your standards. Try it today.
I love you so much.
Oh, Ben. Ben is an account executive. How generic. That's what always bothers me about these shows. I'm like, I want to know where you work, what you do. Like, account executive doesn't tell nurse, fine, I know what that is. Account executive, that could be so many things. Anyway, okay.
I love you so much. But I've always wanted a partner to be on the same wavelength.
But
And so
doesn't
today
hit
I
him yet.
can't.
What? What? Look, all the women in her family are shocked. They're like, "This bitch." Look at her, their faces are like, this is a mom, maybe this is a grandma." They're like, "What are you doing? This is your last chance to get married. She always does this. She dates these men. It looks good. She gets engaged, and then she finds some little dumb reason to end it." And their faces are like, not again. Not again. Shocked. This guy's the most shocked. This is probably a male relative who doesn't know how effing crazy she is. He's like, "What? But they're at the altar. They look great. We've paid for the flowers. We're all gonna eat after this. Wha Does this mean I'm not gonna get my filet mignon? Does this mean are we going to the cocktail hour after this? What happens to the food?" He's the most shocked because he doesn't know how nuts these girls, these women, the mom, the grandma, or the aunt, whoever this is, they know. They know how effing nuts she is. This guy doesn't know. This is the sister, I think. And she's like, She may have seen this coming.
I'm sorry, but I don't want that to be misunderstood. I still love you, and everything about you is amazing. And I care about you so much.
I care about you too.
He's like, "I'm gonna cry. I've never been more embarrassed than this moment right here. I've just pooped my pants because I'm getting dumped on live television. You should have shaved your chin stubble, Ben."
I care about you too.
He's gonna cry.
And I love you so much. And I know I want to stay with you and keep growing our relationship if you'll let me.
If you'll let me. Ben, why don't you just take your dick and chop it off right now? If you'll let me. Ben, you're the man. You're supposed to be in the power position. Men do the proposing, women do the accepting. I know in a sense, relationships should be equal. And yes, once you've been together a while, that's kind of how, but you're not there. Like, you're not even married yet. And I smell from this show, they've been dating probably a very short time. I think until you get married, no, even after you get married, and this is me being very old fashioned right now. So, like, take this with a grain of salt. I think the man should lead the relationship. And if the woman is not down with that, then don't marry that person, which clearly it's not working out here. But Ben is like, he is not in a leadership role. When you date a guy, you're dating for marriage and you get married, you're basically saying, hey, dude, I want you to lead this family. Okay. You're the leader. You're the CEO of this family. or if you don't want to have kids, you're the CEO of us being a couple, and I'm the assistant to the CEO. Okay, I know that sounds like not very girl boss of me, but that's how it is. And if you are comfortable like following in your man's lead, you're gonna have probably a much better relationship. It's these women that think they need to lead their no, that is off balance. That is not how nature works. That's not how it works. Not that I've ever been in a relationship and tried to lead it, but I've known relationships are not for me when it's like, "Oh, I'm not comfortable with this guy." Like, basically, like, and I don't say like, "Oh, you're just a dumb follower with no thoughts or feelings of your own," but it makes things easier. You're not gonna bicker over stuff all the time. Someone's gotta be you can't both sit in the driver's seat. Okay. And, what does Ben think? That's what I wanna know. I wanna point the camera at Ben. Let's see what are his problems with her? Because she's not perfect. But she just I know this is a clip, and it's designed to make us mad, and hey, it's working. But I wanna know what Ben has to say. She's nitpicking over what you'll see is the dumbest, smallest thing. And he's just there sucking it up. He's just like, "Oh, if you'll let me." I'd be like, "Ugh." I just want him to go nuts. Like, maybe there is a clip of this later on in the show of Ben just like letting her have it. I just don't like, but also they're in front of all these people, so Ben can't really say how he really feels and make a scene. He's probably just in shock. He didn't see this coming at all.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. That means no. That means I'm gonna help you set up your Tinder for you.
We'll talk about that. Okay.
And everyone's laughing at the uncomfortable, nervous laughter from everybody in the crowd. Like, are we gonna go to cocktail? What's happening here? The people are like looking for their envelopes to take back. They're like, what's happening?
I love you.
I love you so much. Wait, don't waste our time. I think I love you so much. He's drowning, and you're just pushing his head under. This is the sister. She's like, she always does this. And maybe she's thinking maybe she'd like to have a crack at Ben.
I know that the connection we have is so real.
Then period. Then that you can get through anything. If you have a connection and a love for somebody, you can get through anything if you want to. It's when these women focus on these small and I'm not shitting on women in general, but I'm saying with this woman is a good example of someone who does not see the bigger picture. And I feel like I'm going to sound like a grandma here, but it's like you have to pick your battles. You can't sweat the small stuff. And it's the reason why some of these women are like unhappy is they're unable to discern between what is the little stuff and what is the big stuff.
And my heart is there. But we talked about a lot of the values that I hold so close to my heart. Making this decision,
she makes it sound like, oh, the values are going to be like same religion, having children. She'll go on to say something that isn't even her value.
Mind is telling me I can't.
He looked at his wife like, what are we going to do? I'm starving. And then she's going to lean over and be like, it's okay. We're going to go to Wendy's after this.
Rise and the fall right now. Something. Are you okay?
Are you okay? They're like, are they just talking a long time? Maybe they weren't listening. They're like, what? She's actually walking away? I thought they were just having a moment. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on.
See me in the back.
See me in the back. Like she's doing a book signing. See me in the back. I'll do glad handing. Like it's after a comedy show. Everyone is like, what the hell? Why are these people smiling, laughing? Some people still don't understand. Look at all these flowers. This is I don't know what kind of venue this is. I liked the mixed seating though. It doesn't really I wouldn't do this for a wedding though. It's like this is like too casual. I don't like them. I don't like that some of it's like couches and seats. Poor Ben. He's up there with his dick in his hand. He's just up there like, I don't know what to do.
Oh my god.
Why is no one I know this whole show is focused around her, but I want to know what Ben's feeling.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Get me out of here.
You're not fine. You don't. People who are fine don't say, "Get me out of here." Oh, she looks beautiful though. I love this bouquet, like the orchid. This is an expensive. Everything's expensive. The orchids coming down.
You guys,
Let's go in the car and cry.
really, I'm okay.
You're not okay. Cut to her not being okay. Is this that looks like the face of somebody who's okay?
I don't know. I feel kind of numb. Do you? Oh yeah. Because it's sad. Like I was really excited about Ben, and I'm just like, he's such a great person.
But I just can't help but ruin it for myself and get in the way every time with my dumb bullshit.
I just like.
She needs somebody old. Like this woman is just going to sit and listen to her. But like what this woman needs is somebody old going, girl, you're not going to do better than Ben. You're stupid for walking away over this bullshit. But that doesn't happen anymore. We coddle these women. And I don't mean to sound like a red pillar or like a pearl. I really hope I don't come off that way. I just feel like I have wisdom.
What? I just hope I made the right decision.
People who say they hope they made the right decision did not make the right decision. She's already doubting herself.
Made the right decision. Hi guys. Oh my god.
Ben's already got like 5 other women lined up. He's gonna take them both into the bathroom and see what happens. He'll be fine. Ben is a catch.
It was a lot, but we're rolling with it.
It was a lot. You know, she stomped on my heart at the altar, but I can't appear weak for the cameras, so I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Was it like the time frame?
Also, like, why are we making men wear pink roses? Women who are getting married, when you think about your flowers, because the florist is going to ask you, what do we want for the boutonnieres for the guy? Don't make the man wear a pink flower. I just feel like that's a little emasculating. I don't know. Call me old fashioned. What do I know?
Was it like the time frame? I mean, I knew the whole time coming into this, the time frame. Like that's not like I feel like I know him. Like really. Yeah. Like I remember.
Here it is. Remember she said, "Oh, my values."
Black Lives Matter.
I asked her about. You're not black. Black Lives Matter was a money laundering scam. They were a bunch of con artists who took all the money and bought mansions for themselves. If you haven't updated your OS, Sara, if you haven't updated your info to 2025, I don't know when this was filmed, probably in 24. If in a few years you haven't updated your knowledge of Black Lives Matter to be like, oh, fuck them, that's where you should be at. If you're not at that place, you're stupid and you haven't been looking into it. Not stupid, you're ignorant. And you're going to base the most important decision of your life based on something that is a scam. Gah.
And I'm no expert.
This is like propaganda. This is how propaganda ruins women's lives. Not just feminism, but like the media telling people that this is something they should be very concerned about. It's ruining her freaking life.
Black Lives Matter, and I'm no expert. But like when I asked him about it, he was like, I guess I never really thought too much about it.
Because it's not important. It was a scam. That was him being nice. Like, Sara, it was a giant scam. Here, let me show you. All the millions of dollars that were wasted. And this woman's a nurse. Focus on nursing. Stay away from politics. Stay away from the news in general. Just work and go home and make Ben a meatloaf.
That affected me, especially in our own city. Like, how could it not? How did it not make
because she was told that it has to affect her, right? If you have to be a good ally, you have to confront your white fragility, you have to do the black square. Wow.
Think about something. I asked him to like what his
Poor
church's
Ben.
views are, and he said he didn't know.
What are his church's views on Black Lives Matter? Her priorities are out of whack.
And
she's laughing because she's like, "You're an idiot."
So then I watched a sermon online
from his church
about sexual identity.
Okay.
And it was traditional.
Oh my God, the horror! The horror of a church having traditional views on gender identity. Okay, I take it back. She is a moron. She's so dumb. If that's what you want to believe, don't. That's the thing. People are fucking with the church, trying to make the church modern and gay to go along with the current thing, and that's the problem. If this is what you want, Sara, then get away from the church. But I think you need to be deprogrammed a little bit.
It was traditional. I told that to Ben.
And
he doesn't really have much to say about it.
Because it's not important. Oh my God. That's probably him being nice.
I want him to think about that stuff. Sometimes I did wonder if it was surface, fun, carefree love that we had. Equality, religion.
Equality.
The vaccine.
The vaccine. Right. She's a nurse, so she's going to simp for Big Pharma. Yuck. Get away, Ben. Yikes. Get away, Ben. She's going to vaccinate your kids. Okay. You don't need that. Good riddance. Whoa. Hello, chat. What are you thinking? She's non-denominational. Serious. Right. That's what tricks people. She's extremely good looking. So it confuses men sometimes. Traditional When was this filmed? Was this pre-election? Oh. Courtney, did you watch this whole episode? He's too much of a pushover overall. He seems like a good catch, but he needs to stand up for himself and set boundaries. Yes, Courtney. Yes. Okay. She's going to end up with a... Well, their lives matter, so she has to end up with one. She should be fine, Russell. Let's shun her. She should be shunned. He's not hurting for options. No. And you know what? I'm sure has plenty of options too, but this is going to keep happening. This is just going to keep happening to her. Yeah, it's not a reason to not marry someone. It's not a reason to reject somebody. Whoa. She's possibly virtue signaling for the camera. What do you get out of that? Never did. Never dated nerds. They're all nuts. I remember my college, Fairfield had a big nursing program. So I had a lot of nurses that I was friends with there. And they're all very type A. It's like either these nurses and teachers are kind of the same way, that their job kind of forces them. It's like, I don't know if it's nature versus nurture. Like they are very type A. That's why they get into nursing, or the field itself kind of forces them to be that way. But they're intense. Their job is high stakes, so they do have to be controlling. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. They seemed high strung and very much like they have to be in control, which is great for being a nurse, but not good in your love life. Traditional views, not traditional pews. No. I like that he has more traditional values, but he's too open-minded when it comes to his partner. He needs to expect his partner to share his values. Yeah, that's true. Maybe he was hoping maybe she would wake up or something. These women want traditional privileges and treatment without any duty of their own to be traditional. Yes, Poopa. Poopa Chalupa is right. What's his ad? Yeah, Ben. She's not, Isabella, you're insane if you think she's plump. Chrissy, you rule. Would you be vaxxed? You rule. Would be if vaxxed. Wait, what? Chrissy, you rule. Would be if vaxxed. You would not date that man. Now, if I was single now, no, I would not date a vaccinated dude. No, because it's God, I really would. I mean, if you fall in love with someone who happens to be vaccinated, okay, but I would try not to. I would really. It depends. If they're vaxxed and they regret it, and they kind of have woken up, maybe we could work with that. I still don't enjoy. I'd be like, let's detox you of the spike proteins, then we can date. Wow. Yeah, why can't he find somebody at his church? That's what I always tell people who are looking for somebody. Teachers nowadays, yeah. Teachers back in the day were more stable. Yeah, think about the teachers you had growing up. What has been? She probably found his red hat hiding in the top drawer of his dresser. I mean, yeah, she's pretty, but he certainly dodged an alimony bullet. He's better off. She would have aborted his children or vaxxed them or sterilized them. No, she probably would have done the typical, just vax them 76 times before they're a year old route. Liberal white women are the very worst, followed closely by liberal black women. Maybe I agree with that. No, and where did all liberal white women come from? I don't remember knowing any when I was younger. Oh, they're in there. They're hiding away. Oh, wow. She has a gay sister. Okay. Oh, I know her. This is her name's Juliet Jeske. She I actually used to do improv with this woman 15 years ago or something. She married a gay clown. She used to be a clown herself. She married a gay clown. She didn't know at the time, but then they broke up, and now she's a foaming at the mouth leftist. Maybe she loves her family more than a guy she met on a reality show. Okay, that's possible. That's possible, but that's confusion. It's one thing to be to take your gay family member into consideration, but don't let it taint things that it doesn't need to. Okay. Ooh, context. I love context. The day they met, she said she was woke and didn't like church. If he disagreed, that was okay, but she couldn't be with him. He did disagree, but was too cowardly to say so. Oh, they dated, and she knew he wasn't being upfront, so kept asking him about it. He kept lying. She knew he would never be honest, so she sacked up and ended it. Uh, is she an insufferable leftist? Yes, but at least she was upfront with things. He was a paper Christian who folded on all his beliefs to be with the pretty woke girl. Ooh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Okay. Ben, run for your life. That makes a lot of sense because I'm like, how are you getting all the way to the point that you're at the altar and she has to say that? Well, Black Lives Matter, so that sucks. She should have ended it before they're, standing at the altar. But of course, that makes her really great TV. Yes, it was a gay clown. Mm-hmm. X is down. Oh, should I not move it? Nope, nothing compares to the liberal white woman who thinks she's morally superior while rejecting a man over opinions. Imagine thinking love takes a backseat to political purity tests. Ooh, Desiree gets it. When she asked him about BLM, did she ask him about how he felt about the creators being rich and buying mansions for themselves and never really helping the Black community at all? Just curious how deep the conversation went there. Yeah. You know how liberal white women can happen? I'll tell you how they can happen because I used to be a liberal white woman and now I'm Black. No. If you never I think if you have a steady source of income, if you never become hella broke or desperate or in kind of dire straits financially, if you always have a job or a source of income, or daddy to float you, you're never going to like hit that kind of reality um, of how the world works. And I think that's how a lot of these white women can stay in the liberal bubble. But being real broke or being on your own, those are things that kind of like snap you into perspective quickly. You know what I mean? And it was easy for me to remain liberal. I was never woke because I was liberal at a time. It was like I was liberal in a pre-woke time. So after I graduated college, like all the woke stuff didn't really happen. I feel like the last 10 years, 15 years. And I kind of woke up a bit before things got very woke. Like I was in college at a time where it was like just the seedlings, the beginning of the woke time. But anyway, it was easy for me to stay liberal because my parents were paying for my college. Like I had a job that I worked during college, but I wasn't paying. Obviously, they were paying for my college. And so I really didn't understand reality yet or how the world works. So you kind of have the luxury to care about you think you're caring about other people's problems, but really you're just you're being propagandized. Is that even the right word? Propagandized? Ryan Linder, commies are probably attacking Twitter X over Doge. It's possible. Russell Hall, this is why the Bible said to throw rocks at these hoes. Russell for 5. Also, is the sister a lesbian or did she think this was supposed to be a business meeting? Right? Why no dress to the wedding? Maybe she knew. That is a very like she's like, I'm just gonna be gonna be an angry lesbian and not dress up for this wedding. That would explain the pantsuit. K-Max, thanks for the yellow boy. Chrissy, what if this was done in reverse? If Chrissy met a man obsessed with George Floyd, BLM, and LGBTQ would be a deal breaker. I want an Anthony Cumia view on these subjects or else. Oh, if I was single and I met a man obsessed with these things, it wouldn't get past the first date. It really, truly wouldn't. I wouldn't be up at the altar being like, I'm going to end this now that I'm in a wedding dress. It just, but she's 27 isn't like young, but I think like you can be not young in years, but like life young. You can be like naive. And I don't know, I guess if I was naive and if there was like I almost can understand like some women like, okay, this super hot guy, super rich, all the things you want, but he's woke. No, I still couldn't do it. Still could not do it. Who are you talking to? It's like you gotta you gotta have somebody with a brain and the right values, or else like what are your conversations going to be about? The looks and the money, that kind of like that doesn't last very long. Yeah, it's a mega deal breaker. But I think the guy, that makes sense why he was kind of a little bit not honest about his positions on things, just so he could be with this hot girl. Yeah, hell no. Hell no is my answer. Russell Hall, hope she enjoys her future life on cam doing prawn. Oh, I hope not. From the looks of her trajectory, Russell. BBW prawn. BBW, of course, stands for Big Beautiful Women. I think you meant BBC. Whoo, this is why I tell dudes that I'm obsessed with the Kyle Rittenhouse case before he even thinks about asking me out. He needs to know I'm a white supremacist and will never change. That's funny. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Love you, get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.